Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am back at it again, working to get some progress made. I finally got my game plans loaded back up. That's nice. um, so, hey, I got a trivia question for all of you devs out there. Not all of you have. I have a feeling there's a good chunk of you, the devs that I know of out there still. So everybody knows this is the save icon up here in the corner. See where my mouse is, upper left corner. Who knows what that picture is? Anybody? What is that? What is that picture of that's they're using for the save icon? That so many apps in the world use. In fact, almost every application, probably 80% of all applications out there use that icon as their save icon. What is that icon? I wonder how many people really know what that is. I don't know. I'm thinking there's not as many as you would think. I mean, most people don't even think about it. Why is that the save icon? Just because? Oh. Text on here is not going quite right there. I gotta fix that. I've been spending a lot of time, too much time, trying to correct my massive amounts of refactors over the last couple of weeks. I've done a lot of stuff, and now I'm paying the price. So I'm just trying to make some little minor tweaks here. What is the icon symbol for save? I want to replace the plus sign on the game plan with the save icon. What is a save these days? Are there any? What are the other options besides the usual floppy disk maneuver for saves? There's got to be. What are the other save options? Fa save. I'll go up here and put fa save in my list. Oh, do I not even have fa save loaded? I don't even have fa save loaded. Look at that. Oh, I do. It's right there. Fa trash. I got fa trash and fa save. And we will go down here to my save buttons. The add button. Add button with a fa save in the middle. No? Oh, probably because it needs to be. You can style the icon tone. I will probably style it like I've been using the others. We'll see how that goes. I am going to have to recompile this page though, because it doesn't much like. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, fine. We will bring it back to life with our fresh compile, which generally just means rebuilding it Generally. Doesn't always mean that. Sometimes I have to do more, but nope, that didn't work. I have to literally build it. Boo. Boo. Alright, bash. npm run build. Anything you import for some reason has to be rebuilt, which is kind of sucky. So I was playing a little bit more of the Big Win football today because it's a good example, and I was just kind of staring at it really while it was simulating a game. It was, I mean, yeah, you know, I like to see my team win, but that's just natural, natural meanness. But I still am trying to figure out. I want to try putting some actual player data into an app and see how it runs with the players. I mean, it runs pretty smooth. Big Win football runs pretty smooth, right? But it's using graphical movement. It's just like saying move A to B, and the guys just kind of run and they move A to B. I don't think they're attached to anything in the back end. There's no back end data. It's not pulling in data. It's not like being controlled. Your guys, they just do what they do. You know, they have, I don't know how they do it. He probably gives them generic routes. Every player's assigned some kind of run from here to there, and then something happens. But it's all, I think it's all UI based, which I'm a little worried about because I don't, the way I'm doing it is probably not anything like anybody else is doing. I have a feeling everybody builds from the UI down for any kind of player movement, for any kind of game. And I think what I'm doing is not what they're doing. So I'm a little worried. Okay, so this didn't work. Why the heck is my add button? Why the heck is my add button not showing up? What did I miss? I will now be replaced. Okay. So it's got on click, add new row. Do not want text screen. But so am I looking at the wrong thing? Is this like not a new row? This is new row, right? Should be. It's the only add spot there. I think up here somewhere is a delete, but yeah, it's a delete button, but there's no add. So why is it not showing up? What am I doing wrong? I do have it, right? Fast save. I do have it there. You can style. For example, on your add button, why is that not showing up? Why? My selected play type ain't working anymore. Probably because I have, once again, I have everything. I think it's all about case sensitivity right now. Everything's broken because of my changing the case of a bunch of things. But What is going on here? Hey Nintendo, how you doing, man? I finally got this guy up and running again, but I'm still trying to figure out why I'm trying to replace this plus sign, but I can't figure out even how or why it's still there. Because it's gone. The whole thing that was there is now out of here. So I don't know why it's even showing up. I deleted that code. It's not supposed to be there no more. And it's driving me bonkers. It's a short drive, but I saw that you're whipping out some code there, man, with all your little apps. You're cranking them out in mass quantities. All right, so I'm gonna go over my account here, account management. See how I did it here, because I did do it here. So we got buttons. Oh, this one uses font awesome. I wonder. If the FA ones don't work. Oh, that's not true, because these FA rotate and copy all work. But those are little FA. FA small FA copy. Huh. Oh, these are font awesomes too. Oh, they're not font awesome, they're fort awesome? Fort awesome creates React font awesome. Okay. And my situations is React icons. Okay, so they're different. All right. The FA save icon is not working. In fact, the add sign is still showing on my page. Do I have? Is it like maybe being fed to there? Do I have a button called add? Did I create an add button component that's doing this? Sometimes you create components. I don't know. Nope. The FA icon is not working. In fact, the add sign is still showing on the page. All right, so yeah, I want to put in the same logic for my, or the same formatting as I have for this. So my account management. So I have these guys. So it's really all it is, class. I'm trying to decide if I want this highlight. Is that cool? Because if I'm gonna put the highlight, it's got to be on everything. I'm gonna have to put it on this too. I'm trying to decide if this little copy and refresh or regenerate key is the FA icon is not showing. Override the child content. If the add button component has its own default content, like a plus sign, it might be ignoring the font say the font icon is not being rendered properly. This could help. React icons is installed. Do I have React icons? I should have them installed. I mean, how would they not be installed? It would be complaining, right? I mean, that's what I would think. All right, I'm getting distracted here. I gotta do one thing at a time. Let's go with the edit. We will put, why is this green? I didn't realize. Oh, is that green? I can barely tell. We're gonna go back. We're gonna change this to red. Because there should not be any green on here. I'm not even sure which one changed. What is this? Is editing username? Huh, I couldn't even tell that changed. To be fair, I have a little bit of red-green color blindness. I mean, and if the colors aren't really obvious, I do tend to have a little problem with it. Don't tell anybody though. It's a secret. Obviously not a well-kept one because, hey, I'm announcing it to the world. But I have tried those, well, I didn't buy them, but I tested them out. Those, what do you call them, the color blindness glasses to see if they helped. They don't do squat. I have trouble with reds and greens in tiny amounts. If you put like a red item and a green item next to each other that's good size, I'll know which one's red and green. So it's not total. But it's like when they're small blocks and you mix them all together, I'll see that there's different colored ones there, but my brain will play tricks with me. It'll be like, that one's red. Nope, that one's green. Nope, they're two different ones. I'm seeing two different ones, but my brain is going red, green, 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 red, red. Nope, green, red, 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 green, green. And I'm like, okay, brain, make up your mind, man. I know those aren't the same color. One of them's off. Yeah. So, and it's funny, I paint miniatures a lot. But the thing is, and I can see, it's funny about most colors, reds and greens and any color. You put them all together in a mix, and you just don't put the reds and greens next to each other or put a similar color around them. I can tell them apart fine. It's kind of weird. It's just a big problem when you start mixing them together, like reds and greens on each other. But I color when I paint minis. I've actually painted characters red and green on purpose, because I'd use borders like Christmassy colored characters or wearing a green outfit and red. You can easily tell the difference between the reds and the greens I'm using. It's very clear. So it's just like certain types of colors. Maybe, you get the shading to be similar enough, and then my brain just goes, yeah, I don't want to bother with that. So it's like they have to be fairly solid contrast, like a solid red, like a dark red and a lighter and a green of a similar shade. That's when I start getting into trouble, when they have like same shaded patterns. One's like a really bright red and a really dark green. I can tell apart, no problem. It's just weird. But anyway, that's besides the point. It's not the problem here. The problem is this ain't working. So I'm going to stop this for a minute and go see if I'm pretty sure I must have it installed, because I'm pretty sure it would give me an error if I didn't, but we will go check. And I will run this again. Sure, the file save icon is. Oh, this one. I'm pretty sure this exists, but I'm going to do it anyway. -- legacy - peer - deps. Guessing this is a waste of time. There's really no way, because when you install something, it just installs. I mean, it'll like try to update it or whatever, but it doesn't like tell you, oh, it's already in there. Do I have an add button component in my situations? I don't. Do I? delete button, add button, common button. It's coming from common button. Did I don't, oh, I do have a common button. What the heck? Oh. 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 I didn't know I was doing that. Okay. Never mind. I thought, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. I created the add button, common thing. See, I do so many things sometimes, so, and I just move on to the next thing. I just forget that I did that. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, by the way, hey, I was asking this question earlier. Let's see if you know the answer. The icon that you see for all the save buttons, every game, everything out there has these little save icons. So almost every. I suppose some of them use other things, but most of the time they use these. What does that symbol? What is that symbol? What is that picture they're using for all these save icons? Do you know the key bit to that? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people just, you know, they know that's the save icon because somebody told them it's the save icon. They don't know why that's the save icon. Most people don't know what that picture is anymore. I won't say most, but a lot of people. Yeah, where did that icon come from? What is the meaning of this icon? Not that it's a save icon, but what does that represent? What is that a picture of, basically? I wonder if there's a better one. I don't know if I like that one. That one's kind of ugly. I think there's better ones. I bet you there's like a, let's try one of these font awesome ones. I bet you they have a FA save. What is that one? Oh, do I have to like do something weird with that? Oh, I have to do this weird thing. Huh. That's interesting. Well, let's see what this one looks like. So I have to take both of these if I'm going to do this. I have to go over to my common buttons. Floppy disk. Yes. Very good. What size of floppy disk? Yes, you can tell by that picture what size of floppy disk that is. Size as in dimensions, not size as in capacity. Yes, very good. Speak in the icon from 90s or 80s, 3.5 inch. Yeah, no, I went into the 90s. They were still using 3.5 inches, 3.5 inch floppies. They also had, but they died a little sooner, 5.25 inch floppies. And 5 1/4 inch floppies are actually the only floppy disks that were actually floppy. Because the 3.5 inch discs were not floppy. They were in a hard case and their disk was inside, even though it was floppy too. Um, like the hard disks we have now are basically floppy disks, but the disk is hard, so it's not floppy anymore. So inside, then they have all these platters of disks that are inside of a disk drive, hard disk drive. And they're all a bunch of platters. They just layered it more and more and more and more and more and more on there. So they just end up with all these ultra fine layers of disks, and they were able to, I don't know how they did it. I think they had a little light inside that was able to write to the disks to each platter. So that's how they built the density and the capacity of the disks. While 3.5 inch disks were just the floppy inside of a hard case. The original 5 1/4 inch disks were actually floppy. I mean, they bent and they were floppy. That's where they got the term floppy. It's rare to see a floppy disk anymore. If you ever see one, it's probably a 3.5 inch, but occasionally you'll run across some old computer that's using a 5 1/4 inch disk. All right, so I gotta do icon. Curious what this one's save is. I bet you it has one. So let's go with, we won't do rotate here, but we'll go fa. Just see fa save. And there's a save. Yep, there it is. I knew there'd be a save. Fa save. So we're gonna go. Nope. But, well, that didn't, is that just the same? Is it the same? Or did I, oh, wow. So, fa save is the same as the save from React. I was hoping there'd be a cooler one. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna have to work, I guess. React Native, huh? React is kind of, I like React. I don't know. There's things I like about React and things I hate about React. I don't mind the syntax and using it. I'm kind of getting the feel for it pretty good. But the asynchronicity of React, oh my gosh, it just creates so many. It's a pain in the rear, man. The whole use effect bit, oh god, it's a pain in the rear sometimes. The problem is, okay, so React, when it runs, it compiles code or builds up because it's a what do you call it, a runtime compiler. So when it goes to run, it will compile a page, and what it does is it reads through all the code, the use effect as it's compiling it. So it will run the use effect when it goes through the first time, and then when you call it, it runs a second time. So whatever the code is that calls that function. So you'll get a double call to stuff. So you end up having to put blocks in to keep it from running the first time or the second time, or conditions that say, hey, don't run unless this happens. You know, you got to put these blocks in to stop it from auto running so you don't get 2 runs, because you don't want to be making extra calls to the database. You don't want to be processing things multiple times, because sometimes that can screw up your code. So it can be a lot annoying. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Okay, that's not doing anything. Oh. Tailwind format. Class name. Tailwind format is oh wow. So I gotta go to tailwind format? Oh, this guy. Red, rounded, border, red, rounded text, red. Why do we even have a tailwind format? I mean, why are we even using that? Oh, it's doing the button. That's fine. Pixel. Black? Oh, I don't want to do that. That's the background black. Okay. Let's try white. Nope, that's not better. What if I just... no background? I don't like it. It's not enough contrast. I got to figure out how to get around my problem here. The darkness of this shadow over here. That's kind of throwing me off. Yeah, that's a React for you. I tell you, React has rendering. You got to really get a feel for it, and yeah, it's a whole thing. You got to put a lot of conditionals on your use effects, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I've never thought about even trying to use it on a phone device. I mean, it's nice because it's a very responsive type of coding, but when you start making calls to, backends and stuff, it can be pretty much a nightmare sometimes. I mean, usually I've gotten it fixed on the cases I've had it, but it's a lot of work. All right, why are these not populating? What is going on with my... So this will... All right, well, that works. And that doesn't work. But I'm pretty sure that's a case problem. So the issue is that my operators are not loading. Or they're there and I'm not seeing them. Nope, they are just not there. So these numbers, all the other numbers are working. My operators are just not working. And my down is not working. All right, my down is not working and my operators aren't working. When I click the operator on any of the operator fields, it is not being entered into the text box. Also, the down box is not taking my inputs. I wonder if we have an issue with the handle input change. So these ones aren't a problem. These guys are running. I wonder if it's this thing. See if that's part of the problem. Nope. That did not do anything. Make sure the greater than less than input component calls the onChange prop with the selected operator, for example. Well, why does it tell me to make sure? Why don't you just look? Just look at my code and tell me if it is correct. I hate it when it tells me make sure. It's like, this is what you would do, but I'm not really feeling it right now, so I'm gonna not do it. It's like, freaking A, don't be lazy, you dang AI. Just look at the code. Your code looks mostly correct. Thanks. Thanks for that. Check. It still tells me to check. Example. It does. It says, your code looks good, but, you know, go check this anyway. It looks mostly correct, but I'm not actually going to do anything. Mostly correct. I gotta like that. Greater than, less than input. Do I even have? Or, oh yeah, I do have this. That does exist, but where is that? Greater than. Is that over here? Greater than, less than. Okay. So, what is the problem here? I think the problem I don't even know. What is this thing doing? This doesn't even reference any of the field values. These are just settings. Value option. I don't know what the deal with Copilot is. It doesn't. I feel like I've hit my limit, and so it's not helping me as much. That's what I think's happening. I think it's like, you've hit your limit, man. We're not doing any more work for you. You're on your own. Reach out to us again next month when you've got your full 300 again. It's like, what? What do you mean? I wish I knew how many times I've queried it, because you only get 300 queries. Or I only get 300 queries, because I didn't buy the $1,500 $9 gajillion version. I only bought the 300 questions a month version, apparently. You did not look the greater than, less than input, did you? This is the file. As you can see, it does not even as you can see, works fine. Problem is that the data is not getting put in the selection is not getting put into the text box. So why is it not getting put into the text box? That's the question, because it did. All this stuff worked. You know, it's funny because it helped me write some of this stuff, but what it, let's see here. Let's go see. Maybe I have this this thing wrong. It has operator in it. So is it anything like operator? Huh. I wonder. I bet you I have something wrong here. It's like, duh. No kidding. I'll say it is capital operator. Yep, that's fine. Blah blah. Nobody here is lowercase. I'm just checking for case problems. Operator. GD operator. So all of these. Capital O operator. Capital O operator. Yeah, we got the right thing here. I don't see any. All right, so we're obviously, all right, where is this guy? Greater than less. All right, so we are here. We are here. So this is the operator being passed back. Which is the value on change. I'm guessing it's not accepting the greater than less than. Why is it? All right, so good grief. Why is it there's such little minutia? So this is just the selection. Handle option click operate. Oh, these are lowercase o's. I think that's the problem. No. Could that be it? I mean, suppose it could be. We'll do one and see if that's the problem. That'd be goofiness, man. Alright, I'll try a lowercase o here, just to see if that's the problem. And that would be the first one, right? First down distance, yes. Oh, nope, that blew up. It did not like that. All right. Maybe we go delete little o here. Nope. Big O here. try every combination of something to see if anything sticks. Nope. So these have to be the same case. Whatever we're doing, they have to be the same case because it's blowing up if they're not. But that said, no, it's not unlimited. It's 300. Have you gone to GitHub? It says GitHub Copilot Pro, which is not the Plus. There's Pro Plus. Pro Plus gives you 1,500, and Pro only gives you 300. according to the GitHub list of differences. I mean, it seems to be, I mean, I feel like I've gone over 300, but it says 300. Technically, it says 300. And I don't know what the 300 applies to. It just says you have 300 inquiries. So I would guess that means things I'm doing here. But unless it's like one of these days we're going to start enforcing this, but we're not doing it yet. So kind of like ChatGPT is doing the same thing, where they're kind of giving you some free access to stuff without whacking you over the head too much. With the 4.5, they were doing it. I don't know if they're still doing it. It might have just been for a little while. So here's the deal. If I go here, does it actually click? Am I actually getting to this with my operator? All right, so we are going into the else, right? Yeah, we go to the else. Value equals blah. Value. If value equals nothing, value equals 0. That doesn't even matter. So then we go here, and then it's like, okay, the field has what? FDD operator, capital O-P-E-R, operator. And we are allowing both of those. What is the value we're trying to pass? It's a greater than. So it is there. We have, the field is operator, and it should be getting in to this area. Why is it getting kicked out? So we got or. So everything's there, and then we have and. It's one of these. Value. It is one of those. It's that very match. And FDD operator is APERATOR. So we are happy. Well, you can't, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was from the time, maybe that's true. You know, they did just implement all that new stuff, and it's quite possible. And how do you even, no, I think mine actually says pro. Mine actually says pro. So if I go to GitHub, and I go, I think, where was it again? I gotta remember where it was. So I go here, and I go to, what was it? Settings? And then you gotta go to Copilot. GitHub Copilot Pro is active for your account. Okay, see, I have Copilot Pro. And then if you go to the Copilot Pro subscriptions, and there's a comparison somewhere. Get up Copilot Pro. But there's no way to, I don't have, when I was looking at it, they said there's a way to kind of see, and when I went to it, it said I hadn't done anything. So maybe it's not counting them like it's supposed to. But there's a thing in here that you're supposed, I forgot, I used AI and it told me where to go, but I forgot where it was. And then when I went and looked, I did not see any counters. So I don't know. There was like, where was I supposed to look? I can't remember. Was it a count? And then, nope. Can't find it. But here's Copilot. Let's see. Editor preview features. Copilot, GitHub, Copilot, GitHub, Copilot search, Anthropic, privacy suggestions, GitHub user, model training. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. There was something in here it said. Yeah, see, includes 300 premium requests per month. What's a premium request then? What's the difference in a premium request and any other request? Includes unlimited completions and IDEs, access to Copilot chat, additional models. Includes up to 300 premium requests. Oh, well, it did say that. I don't know what a premium request is. Apparently I've never done one. Okay, so maybe that's what I saw. And you can do them at 4 cents per request. I don't know what that is. Premium request, what is that, images? I've never asked for an image from Copilot. So whatever's happening here, it's skipping. My logic here is not... Okay, so, oh, all right, so we're here. How do we get to here? Operator. If it's remove leading zeros if there is one from a numeric fields. Well, don't have that. So we have FTD operator. FTD operator. So we shouldn't have any issue with this. This should be a non-thing. All right, so now we are trying to add value, field, previous state field. If it equals 0, it's this. Else, it's this. So we should be getting set. Why is it not setting? Why does it not like me? Is it doing something that's deleting it? Why is it not showing? Oh no. Previous state FTD operator. What is games? New game situation. Excuse me, new game situation. It is set. It is there. I wonder. Pour out the book of love. No, I wonder if I should change these to match. Oh. Okay. Wait, what is the field? FDD operator. And the field, it's capital FDD operator. Capital FDD operator. Huh, we're syntactically matching too, so I'm so confused. I don't know why. Oh gosh. I hate it when stupid stuff holds me up. This is stupid stuff. Why is it just save the stupid piece of text, dumb stupid thing. Just do it. Stop being so difficult. You're being a jerk face. Herg. FDD operator. See, I wonder if... No, this is the value. Oh. Why did that say undefined? Oh, okie dokie. Wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna try something here. Let's just try it on one guy. We're gonna go here. And we're gonna go FDD operator. Oh, of course you're a problem. Of course you're gonna be a jerk about it. Component is changing an uncontrolled input to be controlled. This is likely caused by the value changing from undefined to defined. Okay. Aha! Aha! The issue is just what I thought. Stupid. I hate case. I may have mentioned this once or twice, but I hate case. Case is stupid. Why is case sensitivity a thing? Whose brilliant, sadistic plan was it? I want to hunt the person down who said, hey, let's go ahead and make case matter on stuff. That'll be fun. I want to hunt him down and bury him. Is this your idea? You, my friend, are now on the hit list. Oh my gosh. And the odd thing is, I have a feeling that when this saves, it's going to be a problem. I have a feeling we're going to have problems when I save this. That's why this is complaining. Which means none of this is getting saved to the database. I haven't even attempted to save this yet. That'll be fun. Alrighty. I still don't like that because what I really should do is just change all of them to be camel case. I should be doing it here, and I'm just creating my own. I'm creating my own demise. So I know all my back end stuff is camel case, and by doing front end stuff that's not camel case, I'm just tripping up everything. You know, this one, what I will notice though, when you're using Visual Studio, it doesn't do code writing. It doesn't write code for you. Not like, you can't use like the agent or, I mean, there's probably some add-in that might do it, but it doesn't do it natively. The Copilot, it's not Copilot's thing here. All right. I got past all the operator garbage. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're gonna, oh, can I fix the down yet? Can I do anything with the down? Nope. Down is still broken. Down, probably capital D maybe? Just because everything's been stupid that way. That did it, yep. Nothing like a capital D to fix that problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something here. So on third and less than 2, Sure, less than 2. A third and less than 2, we're going to do our favorite play is a run play, which won't work because guess what? I don't have that working. Gotta put that back. I gotta get that back to working. Stupid thing. I bet you it's got a. I bet you. Play type selector. I bet you that this has got some nonsense going with it too. Play type selector, which I could have swore was going to be in the component, but apparently not. Common formations. Is it just this play types one? JSX. Yep, play type selector. Okay. So what's the problem here, Mr. Play type selector? Why are you being fetch play types? All right, let's go see what our fetch play types problem is. We have play types. We have lots and lots and lots of play types. So our problem is obviously they're not being read. Yep, we got lots of play types. Okay, so the problem is, syntactically speaking, we are not loading them up. So play type group, that's probably a little baby P. And that's probably a little baby B. And that one is 2. And that's probably a little baby D. Or not. So we're gonna have to see. Well, oh, maybe this is still a thing. B and P. Because it obviously has the data. That is not the issue here. The issue is that we are not reading the data. Then we jump to here, and I need to go see what the data is. Let's go away from here. So base, little baby B, and little baby P. That's all we have in here. Base play type and play type group. That's all we got. Baby A, baby P, baby B, baby B, baby B. And key is play type ID, which is just ID. Oh, it is just ID, but it's all just little ID. It's the play type of id. Okay, everything is the right case now. Ah! It works. All right, we are slowly getting it down to what I want. So I've got my fake, my kick, punt, special onside kick, kickoff. What do I want to do? Let's say I want to do a run up the middle, but it didn't write it down. Like, put it in there, you stupid thing. Like, there's always something. Just do it. Don't be a jerk, you're being a jerk. Get one thing going and then it doesn't do it. Alright. Play type selector. We have that. Handle input change is obviously choking it. Back up here to handle input change. Don't need this anymore. We've gotten past that. Handle input change. If we're one of these guys, which is what I should be, I bet you it's, I probably have the wrong case because it's looking at the field name and not the, this one is probably field name. I probably did camel case because, or was it Pascal case? What time is it? It's 9:34. Sometimes I just get it going and I don't want to stop. Like last week, one night I stayed up till midnight. In the work week, I just couldn't stop myself. I just kind of said, screw it, I'm going to get this thing working. I don't even know if I ended up getting it working. I mean, I made a lot of progress, but I don't know that I finished getting it all working. Yeah. All right, that does it. That does it. I'm changing this because it's just bugging me. There's one thing I've got to change just because it's no longer a thing. I'm not doing this no more. We're gonna go capital. We're gonna go case, and it's. Oh, I don't even have to be the full word. I don't know. Just anytime I see capital I and D, it's gonna be capital I and little d. Oh, I can't do that. Wait. Yes, I can. I can do that. Actually, no, I can't because some places it's. All right, well, I guess I have to look for it. That's what I'm going to have to do. Find next. All right, that's fine. Anyway, as long as it's not a standalone value. That's all I'm looking for. I just want it to be a standalone value because standalone values will break everything. I'm breaking myself of this habit. Why? I don't know. Just because it's time to break myself of this habit. Nope. Nope, can't do that one either. Oh, I'm doing current project? Ouch. I don't know if I should do that. I only wanted to do it in that page. I think I've had enough of that. We're not going everywhere. I've always thought ID should be capital I, capital D. Because it's an abbreviation, you just capitalize it, period, ID. But the world of coding says no. You just capital I and little d because it's the first letter, or it's the second letter of a word, so it's a D. It's not an acronym because if it was an acronym, they'd be two different words. So I and D are the same word. It's just I and then the second letter D. And therefore, it's a little letter, even though it's abbreviated. It's an abbreviation, not an acronymation. Acronymation. So we'll see. What did I just do? Did I break everything now? Everything's going to go. Stop working. Oh, we got a choke point. I mean, it's functional. I'm not even sure why it's complaining about that. It's just everything's good now. Play type ID. Okay, so this should set its thing now. Hey, we're in here. That's what I wanted to see. All right, good. Yay! Past short is now on the screen. How about you? So is past log or screen. Oh, these guys don't work because I don't actually have any plays. Can't select a play if I don't actually have any set up. So yeah, that's not going to be a thing. What are you complaining about? Why is this? Alright, go handle. Where's it at? Situations. Where's my handler? Handler is right here. Where is it complaining? So we're going in here. Over here. I'm trying to type. I don't remember changing. I did not change down anywhere, so I don't understand why down is giving me a problem. Down. If it's 0. Alright, so we are good. Still have a valid value. So getting here is not the problem. Oh, so that expects a little d. Why do some things expect little d's? Did I change? Oh, I did. See, case is a stupid thing. Ah, case is stupid. No, go away. Alright, I think we're back to functional here. Yay! Okay. Let's go ahead and put something in here just to have a something. Have a simple something. 3, and assuming I gotta put tests on all these things anyway. First down. 3 or less. And then we'll go ahead and say goal to go has to be less than. Oh, look, another one that doesn't work. Oh, wait, because I didn't actually. I forgot. What did I not do? I did not do whatever that one needed to be done because I was only testing the first one. So now I got to do whatever the first one does. The operator. Dun, 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 dun. Goal distance. Oh, that's goal distance operator. I don't think it's GDD. It might just be GD. Is that just GD? Yep, that's just GD. That's just GD. And that means the other one might not be a problem. Woohoo! Alright, so they all have values now. Well, good. I can't change the direction of this. It only goes. Oh, wait. After 15 clicks, I can change it. Goes right, and now it's working. Whatever. To go, we got to say you've less than 50 yards to go. And is this one working? Yep. Okay. Minutes and a half left to go. We'll say, you know, if it's less than 5. No, less than, no, how about greater than 5? Because I don't always want to be running. I mean, that seems dangerous. So we'll say greater than 5 minutes. And minutes in game. Oh, it's got to be greater than 10 minutes. And leading by, well, for leading by, we definitely want to go with more than, how about more than 7? There you go. And we'll pick a play. We will do some run up the middle. Now let's see if it saves. All right, so everything is going in. Yay. Now let's see if my save button wants to work anymore, because I have a feeling this is not going to work. Not to be a negative Nelly, but the way things have been going, I'm leaning towards this is not going to work. Because look, I think the problem is when I go sit save, I go save, where the heck did it go? Save. I know you're in here somewhere, save. Oh, there you are, save game plan. I think I'm setting these things all wrong. I have to make these match, because if I don't make a match, they're gonna go in there at the wrong format, and when they get there, it's gonna cry. So I probably have to do these ones correct. I have a feeling it's gonna say these are all the wrong types, my friend. And if I want, oh come on, all these pop-up things, sometimes they're annoying. See, like that. Oh, come on. Really? Really? GD. Oh, now it's going to give me the option. Okay. Oh, wait, what? I don't think that's right. Tedium is what this is. All right. Now it should be in matching case with my back end, which is going to give it a fighting chance to save correctly. Alrighty. Wish me luck. Click. Game plan saved successfully. We'll see. I'm going to go look at the database and see what it says. There should be a new game plan. Aha! It is not there. It lied to me. It lied to me and said it was saved, but in reality, it did not do what it says it did. So now we got to go look at game plan. What is your problem, game plan? Why did you not save like you said you did? Well, for one, did not find my user. Retrieving game plan. Error, creating, updating game plan. System error. Team not provided for situation. Oh. Okay, that might actually be a new issue. So, I'm going to have to start putting in some navigational controls here. So here's the thing. I don't think you can have a game plan without a team. And you can't have a team until you create a league. And if you don't have a league, you got to assign your team to a league. Or you got to build a team in a league. Oh no. I am starting to believe I have to have the 10th service. Dun 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 dun. I did create it and I did plug it in, but it doesn't do anything. I think I need the 10th service. Or I have to remove the block on my creating game plans. Or have some special admin thing that lets me create game plans. Which I may have to do that too, but because I need to create multiple game plans and yeah, that's gonna be a thing. This is what happens when the game starts getting fleshed out. All the bits and parts that are dependent on each other all become dependent on each other. You can't just create one thing without dependencies like you can at the beginning, where everything's just like, this is just a thing. But then you say, well, that thing needs to have this thing, and that thing needs to have that thing, and those things all need to have those things. In order for those things all to come together, all your things need to be connected to other things. And I need to have a team. The idea is that when you join the game, it's going to have some navigational guides. Like most games, they kind of force you in the right direction to get yourself going. Get the game set up. So some games they open up a bunch of boosters, and then they kind of like set you up with a team, and they give you how do you set your team up. And some might even throw you into a league, but I kind of want to not force a person. Okay, so here's the deal. Most of the football UI games that I'm aware of, the free to plays or whatever, they're either going to do one of two things. They're going to give you a bunch of data, and they're going to give you a ready-made team. A lot of the what do you call it? Manager games out there, they give you a ready-made team. It's just got a bunch of players, a bunch of junk, and now you're just going to go and try to build up that team. You're going to go try to make it happen, right? You're going to go draft. You're going to shuffle out some players. You get a ready-made team ready, and you just go play with it. I don't want to do that. I want people to be able to build their team up. Now, some games go the other direction, where they let you start from scratch. But a lot of the UI games will let you start from scratch. They don't give you a team necessarily. I mean, you have a team. Everybody has a team. That's kind of, a thing. But how you get that team and where you are when you set that team up or when you start the game. Like Football Head Coach 25, I believe, starts you off by giving you a bunch of cards, and bam, they go into a team. And then that team, you're already kind of in a league. Like a lot of times they just assign you to a league. You're just in a league. And I think that's where things are going to get messy. I think I have to do if I want people to go through a league, I'm going to have to figure out the best way. Because, like, all right, so this whole, look at this. These are all the football games in Android that I've been fiddling with, trying to, get examples, get ideas, find out why I hate these games. Which ones I kind of like. What is it that's good about those? What are they missing that keeps me from playing them regularly? So far, the two that have gotten the most time out of me so far, and the ones I keep going back to, have been Retro Bowl and Big Win Football. And Big Win Football is more simulation like mine. Retro Bowl has a little bit of play, but a little bit of back end. But okay, so with Retro Bowl, when you set up Retro Bowl, when running with the ball to charge up your truck meter and push through your opponent. Trucking? Okay. That's weird. So they added a new thing, but I don't care. Alright. So Retro Bowl, when you start off, you build this roster. You go do a draft. It starts off with the season. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to start off with a draft that you build your team. Now, they only allow you to draft like 10 players. Now, I could do something, because I have a system. I have an application that has, I built a logic to build teams automatically, draft automatically. And I'll probably give people the option, because it can take a long time to draft an entire team. But you're just going to get whatever the system picks for you. And it's going to draft out all the players in the whole league. It'll draft the whole league out. And then one of them's yours. You decide, you take the one that has been the one that you wanted. And those are your players on the league. And then you're going to get to pick which ones you want to add to your collection of those players. So you might pick the best 5 guys just because you want them in your collection. But in time, you'll be able to build up. You can add more cards to your collection. So I'm thinking I have to have the league functionality so people could pick it, so they can go in and draw. Boy, it's like I have all these grand plans of what I want to work on, but I'm starting to find that the more I want to work on stuff, the more I need the rest of the parts. And it seems like in order to do all the parts, other than my disconnecting teams from leagues for a while, I guess I could do that just so that I can get some stuff in the system. But yeah, you draft these guys, and then if you pay, they have a free, one of their paywalls is having more players on your team. So you can go up to 12, I think. Big whoop. And they give you more money. So instead of 150 million, you can raise your salary cap to 200 million, which will let you buy, get a lot better players because you're only going up to a 12-man roster. So, and these are, they use kind of realistic-y kind of numbers. It's like he's a $22 million player. Is that realistic for a DB? Is it 22 million? He's at 2 years. He costs 22 million. But he's 22 million a year. I think that's high for a DB. In fact, that's kind of crazy high for a DB. And it's not two years. It's each year you're paying 22 million. Because if you actually divided these guys up by the length of their contracts, you're basically spending half this, if that. Some of these guys have, I think, do any of these guys do more than 2 years? That's a 1 year. Well, that's 1 year left. He's probably already almost. Yeah, a lot of 1 year contracts. Oh, he has 3 years. This guy's 3 years. But he'd only be like, what, 8.6 million? And if you divided them all by their years, this would not be anywhere near 150 million. Apparently you pay all of them up front and they don't get paid in the years after. Actually, they do. That's like, this is This guy, he's a $26 million running back for his contract. He's 38 million. These are some expensive dudes, man. 26 million. Yeah, they picked some. They're just some really bad numbers. This guy's a $44 million DB. DBs do rarely get paid this kind of money. This is crazy good money for a. How many years is he? He's only like a. Oh, he's had. What is he? Is he a rookie? What is this guy? No, he can't be a rookie. What is this guy? Age 25. He can't be more than a second or third year player. This is the only rookie I have. But $26 million rookie. I think that's pretty high, honestly. So anyway, yeah, you're getting some crazy well-paid players on this league. I mean, yeah, I think what is the salary cap usually? It's like 250. I think for an entire 45-man roster, I think it's like 250, 275. 45-man roster. At this pace, I'd have 20 guys, if that, at 250 million. Alexa, what was the NFL salary cap last year?
From ESPN.com. Last year's salary cap was $255.4 million per team.
255, yeah, I was right. $255.4 million for 45. It might even be like a 47-man roster, and it includes a lot of other little weird things. And of course, you pay guys weird, and they got signing bonuses and other garbage. I'm gonna try to build a lot of that stuff in. By the way, I'm gonna try when I start building the salary cap stuff. That comes later, but right now, I'm just trying to get to the functional parts. I do think I need to stop for the night, because if I go on to the next step, I don't know how hard it'll be to implement a league. The biggest problem won't be that the back end. It'll be creating a UI for the front end, because I'm going to have to figure out how to start setting up a navigation process on my website. I mean, I guess you don't have to draft them right away, as long as you have a team. But I don't even have a UI plan for teams. I might put what I might do is use this page, and then have like yeah, I could have like roster or something like that. Oh, kinds of problems with that. So, what does that mean? That means I'm gonna probably have to use like one of these other huts. Like, I should probably, you know what? I decided I'm gonna spend a couple minutes on the UI. I'm gonna try and see what the latest ChatGPT 4.0, the new, what can it give me for? I mean, this is not a bad image. I like it, but I'm gonna just throw out some more. And we got better image generators now, so I want to see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see what this comes up with. All right, so I need an image with a football field. And various, how about football field? How about, football field with how about football stadium? Let's. We're gonna see how this looks. A practice field. um, let's just say 1, 2, 3. How about let's go with 4 buildings of various types, all set in a fantasy Tolkien-esque setting. Let's see what this comes up with. I just want to see what the latest AI can do, you know? Latest image generation. See if there's anything that just goes, ooh, that's way better than what I have. Actually, I like what I have, but I don't think the football field is all that great. But I would also need to figure out how to get more. I kind of like the idea of a stadium looking thing that's a little bit smaller, just because I don't know. Because I kind of want the field to look like whatever. I want to be able to put in different styles of fields in a spot. Huh. Did it blow up? Oh, I have to sign in. Dang nabbit. All right, I gotta save this because if I don't, it'll like delete this. Sure, not gonna work. I'm in private. Can't do images if you're not signed in, apparently. I'm just see if it gives me anything that's kind of worth keeping. I do note that the images are way slower. They've slowed it down for people doing freebie images. But I'm not gonna worry about that too much. It's like it's really thinking about it. I feel like I'm leaning towards it's not going to be better than this. This is a really pretty good image. And I probably will just keep using it for now. Every now and then I'll ask it a new question and see if I can get a better option. But I can't imagine it's going to be too much better than this. I just like the idea of it not being. I'm trying to build it so it's not modern-y looking. I want it to have a fantasy bush grass, kind of like if this all existed in a world. What I want to do is probably ask it some questions on how to build. I want to see what a football stadium would look like with a football field in the middle in this format. See if I can get. I have struggled, by the way, a lot. Perspective is not one of the image generation tools fortes. When you say, I want to be like at the 50-yard line of a football field, it does not understand that. You want to be like, you want that parallel, straight-on look. It's like, yeah, I don't know what to do with that. It's like, no thanks. It always gives, because it builds off of images it knows, right? So basically, like programming, it's been giving all this stuff, so it's going to give you something that's based on something it knows. And it doesn't have a lot of images where you get a straight on look at the side of a stadium. Now, if it's a generic just nothing image, well, that's very similar. Let's see. Let me click on that. That's actually not too bad. I do like. They even put people on the field. I like it, but what's the issue with this image? What am I looking at? That's weird. Is it because it looks like it's pencil drawing? What's the texturing on that? It doesn't look. What do I want to add or replace? It's not bad. Buildings are all a little too fancy. I guess this could be like my coach's hut. What's the league? This could be like the league front office. This would be like what? I don't know. Maybe it's too many buildings. See, I think the thing is what a lot of games might do is they actually just make it plain and then they just inject their own buildings. They get their building, they create their building, they put it on the board, and it just that's what it is, right? So it takes over the space, which might be the better way to go, because then I can organize it how I want. But then you have to get an image of the pictures and you start dropping them in places. Like I could do stuff like have the stadiums be really small. And as your team gets more popular, you can build your stadium bigger. I am going to save this. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if I like it enough. But it's not a terrible rendition. All right, so can you give it? Will this one let you add a picture? Upload files and more. If I upload an image, can you build a variant based on my description? All right, let's try it. So we're going to upload an image, upload from computer, and then the image I want to upload, we're going to go to my thing here. I'll go to POC game, which, by the way, this runs really, really, really slow. But if I can get it to load. Come on. I know you want to line up better than that. I know you want to line up. I know you do, because I saw you do it earlier. There it goes. I don't know why it's being such a jerk right now, but all right, let's see here. Let's just take this piece of a football field. And we'll go here. And then we will say save. Oh, I have a few of them already. So we'll go Control C, and we'll go up here, Control V. Let's see, which one do I want? Let's take that one. I would like this football field with a crowd redesigned to look like something might exist, look like it might have been built in a fantasy world. Field still needs to be lined in the same way, just as though it were going to be played on with fantasy players. Do not put any players on the field. All right, let's see what this comes up with. This will be interesting. I've never actually tried to do this. Let's see how good it comes up with at re-rendering this to look like a fantasy field. That's really what I'm going for. A football field that looks like it was built in a fantasy world. ChatGPT's cranking away. His brain is smoking. Dun, 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 dun. There's a lot of things I want to start doing UI stuff. Like even if I can't attach it yet to my app. So I'm trying to think, what is the thematicism? Are you the owner? I think you're the owner of a team. Your character is the owner of a team. Your you-ness. I'd like to come up with a way to. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a single player, like a career mode. I haven't figured out how to implement a player that a person can associate to, like themselves. They create this player that's just a player in the league. I think it's cool that people can do that because it's kind of fun to have a character you can build as your own, right? Maybe give him certain stats, maybe even role stats, and you can put them wherever you want. Kind of like, but see, that wouldn't be so bad, but I need it to be a side view. What do I want to ask it? That's actually pretty good. But I want it to be. I need it to be a side view. Not too bad. I need a side view. So, as though I was sitting dead center on the field. Maybe, I don't know if we can do perspective. No, not dead center. Not too bad. I need a side view though. Where I can see the whole field. You know, ultimately, I don't even know if I'm going to have the whole field. I think it might be better. In fact, it might even work better when I start putting players on the field to do like a lot of these other games are doing. They only show you like 20 yards of the field. And then it moves up and down the field. So I would have to like magnify the field, you know, make it really big, and then the players move on the image. Because it allows you to get, you know, better looking. If I put characters on this field, they'd all be like this tiny microscope, tiny guys. They'd be bugs. I probably don't want to do that. It looks okay to have the whole field, but it's just kind of weird to show it all at once. Not too bad. I need a side view though, as though I was in the stands right at the yard line. Also, can we give it a bit more realism? I need a side view though, as though I was in the stands at the 50-yard line. Also, can you? Let's see what it'll do. It's not bad. I have a vision in my head of what I want this to look like, and I don't know that AI is going to get me there. Okay, so when you play a game on the phone, if you're playing, you're usually sitting at an end zone, right? You're running towards the end zone. You're always facing this way. But if you're watching a game, you typically sit on the side, right? So games that you're not playing, you're watching it run sideways. So which way should a simulation such as this game run? I mean, you are kind of controlling it, and you know which one's you, but you're not actually controlling players. I mean, it's all perspective, but which way is more... I guess this is a more friendly way to watch, right? Sitting at the 50 is just a better view. I do notice that, like the Big Win football, it actually kind of moves. Well, no, I guess it moves sideways until it's showing a field goal kick, and then it shows diagonal. The camera perspectives change. Huh. What is this going to give me? It's definitely slower than sludge. I give it too much complicated. That's not different. Dude, what'd you do? Oh, it it may it put the ball on the 50, and it doesn't know its numbers very well. Look at that. It's 50, 50, 40 something. Yeah, you by the time you get to the 20, you're out of the end zone. 50, 50, 40, blah blah blah. So it's not great. That's not better than the image it gave. So it does kind of struggle. It's like it's got one idea in its head. It comes up with this. Yeah, not too good. Don't like the style. I don't like the style. Don't like the style. Low quality. Odd cropping. didn't fully follow instructions. Field lines are totally messed up. Perspective failed completely. Part of field is missing. I think I'm going to struggle getting the right thing out of AI for this. Yeah, I don't think. What could I do? I mean, that's actually, this one's not terrible, but it's a perspective thing. I can't do anything with it in its perspective. It goes 10, 30. Look at the lines. 10, 30, 40, 50, blah, 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 blah. 10, 30, 40, 50. That's not going to work. All right, so let's see here. Let's what I'm probably going to have to do is create my own field anyway, because I have to put my own hash marks and lines so that I can line things up with it. So maybe what I really need is just a lot. No field. But I want it to look like I could, if it was just grass, just a stadium with just grass, no lines, nothing. Grass or mud or, and then what else would, what is, if I say fantasy, what else could it be? I mean, I just don't want it to be modern. I want it to have a kind of a, I don't know, like I said, a fantasy look. Okay, let's simplify the request. Side view of just a grass field. That could hold a football field, but currently does not. Surround the field on 3 sides with stands. Looking at from side. Field should run left to right. Doesn't have to draw any football field, although it does have stands. Cause see, all right, here's the problem. Look at my stadium here. This looks like we'd be going into another world, right? I mean, if you were to click on all that fantasy stuff and then you end up here, you're like, what is this? That's like, it's like it doesn't fit the theme at all. Like the grass on the scene that it showed there is actually pretty good. It would give me a pretty good feel. Then I would just have to build a grid over the top of it, which I think could probably be done without too big of an issue. It'd be nice to have it built in or painted into the grid, but don't think I'm gonna get that. I wish I could just take this field here and just stick a different type of grass in there, but it doesn't really work. Oh, you see, that's a good looking field, but it's giving me the exact same image. It did a pretty good job. Oh, look, it actually cut me off. the in private in the first days that they had it out, I could go unlimited in private. I did like, I don't know, 60, 70 images, and now it's gotten smart. It's not letting me do all my unlimited amounts. Dude, look at that. That's 24 hours. I can't use it again until tomorrow night at 10:08. Wow, that's a serious limitation. That is serious limitation. So I got, what, 3 or 4 images out of it before it cut me off for 24 hours. That is a long time. So, yeah. It's not a terrible view, but I don't think that's going to work for me. I don't mind it. I don't even know if I could use that. Yeah, I can't. It's kind of interesting, but unusable. It does it from the wrong angle. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it was sideways. So I got 3 images. That's all I got. Oh no, that's not true. I got 4 images. And then it cut me off. Even though I wanted this, it gave me those. Huh. Yeah, well, I got things to work on. You know, there's some things. There are some things. I don't know how I'm going to build it all yet, but we'll get there. I have to figure something out. I want to have like an old style grass though, like this. And I got to figure out how to pull that one off. If I could replace like the green on here with an old, like a more just like mowed grass look, I would do that. Yeah. Okay, it's 10:30. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna try one more little thing here. Let's go here and let's open. Let's open this. I don't think any of these are gonna do any good, to be honest. Open with Cyberlink Photo Director. I don't think that's the one I want. I want Coral. Where's Coral? Edit, edit. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Where's the open with? Garnet? Open with. Coral Paint Shop, that's the one I want. I don't know if it can do that. I'm gonna see if there's a way to make it replace like all the green on here. Flood fill tool. Flood fill, gradient fill, picture tube tool. What the heck is a picture tube tool? What? Okie dokie. Put barbed wire across my screen. That's weird. Is that just what it does? It just creates barbed wire across the field? Okay, that's definitely weird. Background eraser tool. Is it doing it? Check it out. Hmm. So now I got to figure out how to put a grass. I got to get me some green grass to put in there, or just put this on top of something that's green grass, right? So I would need to take my entire image here and change. Let's see if I go load. If I go load an image, I think I had some grass that I was using. Weird. What's on my... Where's my D drive? Did I have a D drive? Could have swore I had a D drive. Yeah, maybe not. Products in development, NFL experience. PFM. And none of these look like my grass that I thought I had. Heart icons. Well, that's good. Oh, see, I did have grass. See, I used grass for that. Where did I put it? Hello, grass. Oh, you know what? I might actually have it in the. Let's go here. See, get repos, football simulator. This guy, and then it's in the public folder. Images. Aha. Alright, let's try that one. And then I will take my this thing. Actually, let's just yeah, but I need to see shrinked. No, I don't want the whole thing shrinked. I want this thing to be shrinked. There we go. Better. Alright, so we will... Okay if it stretches out a little bit, but we need this to go in the back. my lines got kind of wonky. My lines did not hold their shade. Yeah, my lines got kind of screwed up. I think it's because I accidentally painted over them. I wasn't careful enough in my erasing of the background. It does look more grassy, for sure. But my numbers are all screwed to poochie. I would need to do a little bit. I'd have to be a little more careful with my my erasage. All right, I'm going to bed. Till tomorrow. God bless.